JJ the CPA here. I want to talk about this PPP from the angle of those that are going to be handing out this money. So when we're talking about the PPP, I want you to really hear a couple of things. One is it's the Paychecks Protection Program. Okay? It's not the Paychecks Protection Loan. Follow? It's a program. The next thing is that when you really think about it, it is a gift until it is forgiven or not. Okay? So here's some money. Go use it for qualified expenses during the covered period. See my other emails on that. And if you do so, you don't owe anything back. Okay? Not quite a loan really at the beginning. It's here's some rescue money, okay? And if you don't need it all and you got some left over, well, just pay it back to us. And pay it back over 10 years, 4%. Wait 6 to 12 months before payments even start on it. Okay? If you look in the law, it actually states that the money is approved to be given upon arrival at the bank. It's approved to be approved. Okay, when you look at the law closer in terms of what documents, okay, the documents are in essence to prove that you've been in business since February 15th of 2020 or before, I should say. You're going to provide some documentation to just show that. Anything, okay, payroll forms, doesn't even say tax returns, like at all, okay, and the biggest key here, and no disrespect to the banks and the bankers, because I love bankers, right? They're just some of my best friends. So I'm not talking about them, but I am talking about the snotty, arrogant bankers that are working with some of my clients that I just, But here's the thing, okay? Forget that, okay? Forget what I'm talking about, because here's what I really want to convey, okay? In the law, the bankers are called administrators. Administrators. What's an administrator do in any business? Think about what an administrator does, okay? Well, an administrator in this circumstance is, thank you, I'm taking the money over here and I'm handing it over here. That's the bank. I'm the banker. Hey, thanks for the money. Here you go. Okay? The reason for the bank to get it and then hand it over here is to go, hey, do you really have a business? Oh, you do? Okay, are you less than 500 employees? Oh, you are? Did you have some payroll? Okay, here's 4 things. Sign off on this. Let me see that. Yeah, okay, your documents seem to be in order. And so here you go. They're there to administrate it. Now, there are some parts of the code that say the lender, okay? So they are going to be the lender at some point. So let's think through that, okay? Right now, it's, hey, got the money from the government. Hey, here you go. You know what the Fed said? Give it to them, okay? And if they use it for the intended purpose during the intended time period, they don't owe anything back. They don't owe anything back. They don't owe it. Okay? That ain't no loan. Okay? That's a gift, right? So think of this. Banks are used to verifying information. Why? I've got a ton of videos on this. Because they want to get paid back. That's why. That's their whole purpose of lending you money, is to get paid back. Okay? In this right here, money's coming here. They're handing it over there. Bank gave them, the feds gave the bank the money. If it gets forgiven, the feds give the bank the money. Okay? If it's not forgiven, meaning they didn't use it for all the intended purposes, money's gone. They're going to now owe the bank. Feds are backing it. This much risk the bank has, period. And if the bank thinks they have risk, you don't even know what you're talking about, and I'm just going to call you a liar. Because in the code, in the law, it states the banks, the lender, will put this on their books, literally says that, as a zero risk. Zero risk. Okay? Now, am I talking about the bank's going to, some jackweed comes in and they're clearly have documents that probably don't make sense and they're clearly scamming and all that? Yeah, that's part of what the bank's trying to do. But if you have been banking with somebody for a while, if you have already been banking with that bank, they know you are in business. They better know that you're in business. You opened up a bank account with them. You already got a loan with them. They gave you money. Okay? You've already given them financials to get a bank loan. Okay? Now, is it their job to go and find it? No, I'm not saying that. Okay? But they've seen your stuff. Okay? You should walk in, and even if they don't recognize you because you're at a bigger bank, they can, let me see your driver's license. Yep, you've been here since 1989. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Got this and got that. Oh, we do this loan. We have that loan. Hey, all papers in order. Let me see this. Let me see that. You got this. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, here's your money. So if your bank's not doing that, I hope you take all of your business away from them when this is all said and done. Because the banks right now are administrating this, period, the end. They're not making any decisions other than you're not a scamster. So if you've already been dealing with your bank and they gave you loans, don't even tell me for 1 second that that bank doesn't trust you. And guess what else? Right now, a bank probably wouldn't loan you money if your doors are closed, you can't open them back up, the government has shut you down, and you have no money in the account. They're not going to give you a loan, but the feds are. And for whatever stupid reason, it's going through the bank. It is dumb that it is going through the bank. Okay? It's dumb because it's just getting basically a conduit. Right? It should have just had us go down to the IRS office. Okay? Quite frankly, it probably would have even been better. Because I'm telling you this right now, the emails I'm still getting today, I mean, I'm not even replying. I told my clients in general, just in a newsletter, if you have a banker that they're asking for documents falsely, I'll reply after we get the final document that you can send them. But in the meantime, you're going somewhere else. Okay. I've already told a number of clients, we're not working with that bank on this, period, the end, not going to do it. Because here's the other thing, the banks are making money off of it. And that's cool. That's fine. Right? They're making some pretty good money off of it from the standpoint of, here you go. Let me see your paperwork. Yeah, this and that. Okay. If they spend a lot of time, it's just because they're wanting to spend a lot of time. Yep, here you go. And then they're going to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making money. But guess what? If they're jacking around with you, then go somewhere else and let a bank that wants to work with you get the pleasure of earning the money or getting paid the money. So these snotty ass bankers, first of all, get out of the industry if you're snotty. Just get out of the industry. Okay, what kind of life do you live that you just act all big time and you're holding strings, okay, in this time of crisis? Because that's what these bankers have been doing. And that's what I've been hearing as well, right? Acting all big time like, oh, well, yeah, we're getting money for free and we don't have any risk. And, well, but I'm going to need this because if any loan coming out of our bank, guess what? It's not a loan coming out of your bank. It's just money going through your bank. Okay? because you have a client in need. Their doors are closed. They have no money to pay their employees. And what you're telling your client, and in essence telling me, is like, well, I'm just not going to do anything until I get 3 years of this and 3 years of that and a year to date of this, because that's not how we operate. Are you kidding me? Your client's house is on fire and you're going to sit there and have the arrogance to say that you need all these documents when you don't? Why don't you Google it, okay? Google it. And then you send me the code and then I send it back and then I highlight it and I show this and I show that and I show this. And you're still coming back snotty? I can't wait to take every single client away from you and send them to people that I know and love. So I'm just telling you this right now. If you got a bank hassling you for 1 second on this PPP, leave them. And when you can, you take all of your business away from that bank. Okay? Because guess what? There's banks right now that are letting a healthy or a friendly hand. Okay? The bankers I'm running with, they're concerned. They're 17 hours on the phone and talking to people and this and talking to me. Hey, we'll get the documents there. Let's just get it. Let's just make it work. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. Okay. Yeah. Whatever's needed, that's all we're going to get. Okay. So here's the thing you want to remember too. There's some that don't like this. Giving out free money. I mean, I talked to a client today and he's like, I'm not taking the government's money. Like, your doors are shut. Oh, I mean, that's okay. But after I talked to him and how it works, he was like, oh, okay. I was like, dude, have you not watched my videos? He's like, no, I've watched them. I'm like, anyways, there are some that don't appreciate what's being done. Okay. Then why are you in the banking industry? Get out. Okay. Because what you're here to do is help businesses. This is the wrong time to hassle somebody about getting a fire hose that the government brought to your bank, and all you got to do is give the fire hose over and just basically verify a little bit of information. But instead, we got our standards and this is how we do it and blah, 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 blah. While your client's house is burning down, you're asking for crap. So here's the thing. You're right now, okay, those of you out there that need the money, don't for 1 second let a banker just do anything to prevent you from getting that money. You know why I'm so angry? Because you need the money. Our country is hurting right now and needs the money right freaking now. And in fact, it's 2 weeks past, and I'm not going to even get into all the government crap, okay? Because I'm just glad that we're getting the money. But we needed this money 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we could have had it, okay? All the other things that they were trying to do with all the other organizations, all the things that make the headlines, they could have done that. What they could have done is, boom, here's stimulus checks. Boom, here's the triple P. Boom. Okay? Because, I mean, you have clients now they're ready to beg. Okay? You got businesses across the nation ready to beg. So that money better move fast. And I'm telling you right now, there's a ton of banks out there. They're going to smile, get you a cup of coffee, help you make sure you can get the documents and get you in and out as soon as possible so they can get to the next one. So there's going to be plenty of banks doing that. So the bank that's hassling you, don't even stand for it for 1 second. Get yourself to another bank, okay? I've already pretty much got my clients, feeling comfortable that it's okay to go to a different bank. We just want to fast track this. We want to streamline it. And, in some ways, I think my clients are appreciating that I'm an advocate on their behalf, going, we're not putting up with that for 2 seconds. Not for 2 seconds. Your doors are shut and you're trying to figure out how to make your mortgage payment, and you have employees that you can't pay, and you send a snotty ass email saying, well, we're not going to consider anything until we have 3 years of this and 3 years of that and a year to date of this. How are you even a human being that's at all capable of any kind of compassion. Are you kidding me? And I'm the first one that tells my clients, hey, listen, the bank's got standards. I mean, the bank's got all these rules and regulations. They got the FDIC. They got, I write in this freaking book back here that I wrote, chapter after chapter. I mean, I have a whole chapter telling clients, settle down and stop getting emotional. Your bank's got questions, answer them. Your bank wants some documents, give it to them. The bank's trying to make a decision if they should lend you some money. They can ask you questions. They should be able to get documents. Quit your whining, client. I'm the biggest advocate for banks. And I don't tolerate any whining from my clients. Ask any of the bankers that I work with. Okay, they need stuff, boom, we get it. Clients, they're kind of complaining, like, what do they need it every quarter for? Well, I mean, it's banking standards, this and that. It's not a big deal. I mean, just send it to them, I mean, I got a whole chapter in that book. Well, forget, I'm not trying to plug the book. Anyways, I got chapters in this book talking to clients about pull up your drawers, okay? And that's probably not really actually how you say it. What is it? It doesn't matter. My point is this: I'm an advocate for banks. I look out for banks. I stand up for banks. I make sure that clients understand why they need to get what they need to get to the banks. I don't really want to tolerate a client whining about a bank that has some questions. Okay? Now, there are a couple of banks, and you're just like, are you kidding me? This has been a client for 20 years. Why are you asking the same question again? Did you get a new underwriter or something? Like, what is going on here? Anyways. I've just been doing it for 27 years, and I've never been in the circumstances that I am now, okay? I'm going on the 5th night, maybe 3 hours of sleep, because I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm trying to come up with information. And then when you come across somebody, okay, and I've got 5 on my list, okay? You come across somebody varying degrees, and your client, meaning banker, your client. So let me give a shout out to all the bankers out there that are already talking to their clients, okay? Let me give a big to the banks that your client called you and you're like, well, I don't know anything about it. That can't be right. Or you're like, well, no, we're going to need that. Or, well, for starters, we're going to need this. And shame on you. So I just started telling clients, if you call your banker, and if you're like, huh? Okay, go to another ATM machine. That's what this is. Okay. But there's banks out there right now like, hey, if you're interested in this, let us know. Putting it on their website, hey, give us your email, right? Let us know. We're figuring it out. The 3 banks that I'm working with, they're like, we're talking to each other, like, hey, what about this? What about this? We're helping each other out because we're trying to help our clients. So I already just know there's going to be banks out there. They're going to get on their high horse on this because they already are. Okay. And of the 5 I've been telling you about, I still got 3 of them. I'm just like, I'm blocking them. I don't even want to see an email from them. Right. They're still just holding on. I'm finally just, like I told the client, like, don't send me any more emails on this. What are you doing? We're going to this other banker, period. We're doing it. Okay. So check out the next video. I'm going to try and make it shorter on the next one. But anyways, I'm just passionate about looking out for my client, and I work with some really freaking awesome banks, and 70% of the bankers that I work with in terms of all of my career are pretty awesome. The other 30% aren't, because half of that 30%, they don't really know what the hell they're doing. They just know there's an underwriter that asks questions, and it's like, why are you even in banking? You don't even know what you're doing. Okay. And then you got the other 15%. They're just asses. Like, they're a banker because they like lording money over people. But 70% of the bankers are freaking like the best people you've ever met in your life because they're there to help people. Okay. They're there to help people. And with this PPP, they're there to help people. All right. I'll probably get a bunch of thumbs down on this one, but I don't care because I'm doing this for my client And guess what? You know what? I'm not even actually, I've already had all these discussions with my clients, okay? You know who I'm doing this for? The person that's in San Diego or Honolulu or Florida or Seattle or Chicago or New York or Indianapolis or South Bend, Denver, you name it. And if you're getting hassled by a bank, you say, thanks for playing, and you go somewhere else. Because guess what? You just getting money from that bank, they're making a fee, okay? All they are is administrating it. They should give you zero hassle. You're scared, and I don't mean it like you're Bambi scared, but you're scared, and because I've already heard it from my clients, like, well, but they're saying they need it, so let's just get it. No, we don't. I don't care what they say. You don't need to do it, okay? So, bottom line is, if you're getting hassled, you're getting delayed, and like, well, we got to look into this, and well, I don't know. Well, the money might be done because you're waiting around for, whatever. And these people that will say, well, I've known this banker a long time. Well, okay, well, then why are they hassling you? Okay. All right, I better just finish. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. And maybe I just need to get some sleep. I'm going to do that. But I am going to shoot one more quick video. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And then don't you ever forget, we are going to get through this. And you've never met a CPA quite like me. Thank you.